Okay, third set for me, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to do rest pauses. I lowered the weight down to 4 100s. And on the rest pauses, what I'm going to do, I'm going to come down on the negative, and then I'm going to stop for a count of 1, count of 2, probably just about a count of 1. It'll be a noticeable stop. And then I'm going to push back out into the static, maybe take a breath, maybe not, bring it down and repeat, and I'm going to go to failure on rest pauses. Now, rest pauses in and of themselves have been proven to garner growth, to expand the muscle, hypertrophy, in and of themselves. It's a proven technique. You know, when you come down, you're at a dead stop with the resistance, you push on out, that's going to fire and contract the muscle to a different degree or a different extent in just doing your repetitions in a normal range. So it's been a proven technique, and I like to incorporate on every set a proven technique. That's why I more or less did that. I counted that 13 of 5 100s is more of a time under tension than following the first law of hypertrophy. That's why I stuck more weight on and got that 6 out of that. That's the first law of hypertrophy. That's what I was after on the first set. But I got a little more time under tension off of those 5, and that's fine because I would have done a time under tension after the first law of hypertrophy. They just got reversed. But I always follow that. And you can see in my videos, first law of hypertrophy, some time under tension, some rest pauses. Sometimes they get mixed up if I can't coordinate the weight properly for what I want to do. Now, another thing you got to understand about rest pauses, that's extremely, extremely important. I really prefer to do rest pauses at the end of my workout. Now, the reason is, rest pauses are going to critically help you push more resistance for more repetitions. Because basically you're practicing from a dead stop, coming out of the hole. You're coming to a dead stop, you have to explode out of the hole. That in and of itself is going to help you get a rhythm coming out of the hole with max resistance. It's a very viable technique in 2 different ways. One, it's going to help with growth, hypertrophy. 2, it's going to help you push more resistance for more reps, and that in and of itself is also going to promote more hypertrophy, more growth. So it's a double win doing these rest pauses. You just can't go wrong on them. I always incorporate some form of rest pause, and it does help increasing resistance, increasing the number of rep ranges. You really got to do them. You just got to pick the right weight. I want to be at failure anywhere from 6 to 12. 8 to 12 is always good. If I feel like I'm gonna go more than 12 repetitions, I'll slow the repetitions down and I'll make that set work for me between the 8 and 12 rep range. You understand what I'm saying? After about 4 or 5, I'll know. Like if I think, oh, David, you picked the wrong weight, you're gonna push this thing to 12 to 20. I will slow those reps down and I will make that resistance work that I hit failure. Slowing the reps down is also a good idea too, because I'm going to get the best of both worlds. I'm going to be doing the rest pauses, explosive, and I'm also going to be doing an increase in time under tension using the rest pause theory. But that's just if I think I chose too light of a weight. I'll know right away when I do that. So let's see. Again, final set, third set, boom, done, legs. Can't beat it, man. I'm so happy, it is incredible. If I knew I had to go on to hack squat, leg extension, lunges, that is just not viable in my mind at all. And I'm an animal, man. I'm a beast when I train. And I cannot even wrap my mind around that if I had to do all those other exercises with the intensity and level in which I'm doing this. Someone who trains 20 sets for their legs and they're doing 5 different exercises, they are training hard. They are not training intensely. You just can't train like that. You just can't do that many sets, that many exercises when you're really pushing. And that's what you got to do. You have to push to get that development. And it's fun doing a couple sets. You're done, you walk away, man, and you really accomplished something. You really feel good. Your joints are going to thank you too. You do 20 sets, it's much harder on your joints than what you see me doing maximizing. Trust me. Woo! Okay, that was good. I slowed the reps down a little bit from 10 to 12, dropped right in on 12 perfectly. That's all I wanted to do, pretty burn. I felt really good, and you can see, you know, I held down in the hole, down in the negative, and then I pushed out. And you can also see the logic then about what I explained about how that's going to help you increasing your resistance and doing repetitions at a constant, continuous speed. Because it's just an improvement on your explosive power when you do this. And so the logic is solid there. And so I did 3 sets. First one was the time under tension, but I wanted to follow the first law, and I didn't. But the second set I did follow the first law. And then this set, rest pauses. Boom, I covered 3 different proven techniques. 1 per set, by changing a variable, and the variables which I just explained. And each set can stand on its own merit as being the one set that can create the most hypertrophy for the legs. So by doing 3 sets, I covered more of the basis to ensure growth. True high intensity is a big believer in only 1 set. I'm not a big believer in 1 set. I think you need more sets. So I developed this type of variable change to incorporate proven techniques for growth. Not, you know, if you're going to do more than 1 set, you got to mix it up. So I came up with the logic, well, let's use for each set something that's been proven to support growth. Not just find something that's been proven to support growth and do multiple sets of it. Let's change to different proven theories. And so that's what you see when I train in this variable training. And it's even, I train that way for shoulders, I train that way for chest, I train that way for back. And it's proven very, very successful for me as far as low volume, high intensity training, high efficiency variable training, HEVT.